Hi. All right, we're here.
Okay.
Yep, we look good.
We're started.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Okay, I was just gonna say episode 11. Shelter in place.
Episode 11. Woohoo!
All right, well, as most of you are as well, we are all shelter in place in our homes, and so we can't film together, but we're going to try this out, and hopefully you can see everything when you guys watch it.
Yeah. So I'm
Ginger, also known as Kim.
And I'm Pepper, also known as Jocelyn.
Yay!
Yay.
All right, so we haven't, let's see, we did our top 10 last time is what we did.
Yeah, we did.
We've been busy or not busy. Should we talk about what we're wearing?
Yeah, I just put mine on. I just remembered. Here, I'm going to do it the other way.
It's so pretty.
I know. This is, I guess I'll start since I'm dressing myself here on live TV, live TV, whatever it is, YouTube. I'm wearing my Goldfish memory. And I thought I'd wear it because it's a great knit that just kind of keeps you, it's kind of mindless, but it keeps you interested because it changes, the different patterns and stuff. But it's super easy, and you just pick 3 of your favorite yarns and go.
And that's Casapinka, right?
That's Casapinka, yes.
Okay. I like that one. Maybe I'll make one of those.
Yeah.
I said maybe I'll make one of those.
Yeah, stash dive.
All right, I am wearing Maraska. It's a crocheted top. It has a lace up here. Miss Pepper found it, and I said, "Ooh, I want to make it." It's by Elena Fedotova.
Yeah.
Fedotova. And it's in Prairie by Tosh, and it has, like I said, a lace pattern here, and then it's just pretty solid all the way down. So I can't really stand up, but so that's what I've got on.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay! All right.
Let's catch up with what we've been making, what we've been working on and stuff, and then we can talk about what everybody else is talking about.
Okay, so what, FOs then first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, so I have been on a hat kick, and I made the Ombré Hat.
So pretty. I want to make one of those.
And so it's worsted, and I definitely could make a second one, obviously, 200 gram skein, so 50 each. It uses it up pretty evenly, the color, so you could make a second one, reverse the colors if you wanted to make something like a matchy. But it's also a good one for working on color work tension. So I got to the end and I had to straighten out all my stitches, and I ended up with about 18 inches extra of the dark colored yarn because my tension wasn't right. So by the time I fixed everything and tightened up all the loose stitches, I was like, ooh, look at all this yarn I have extra. So it's good though, because it's good practice. But I like it. It's so cute.
It's very cute. Let's see if I can look at it this way. Wow.
You see it?
Look at that.
One thing unless I read the pattern wrong, it didn't say to do the brim in a smaller size needle, but I highly recommend. So
okay,
make sure you do that. Okay, anyways, and then I made 2 Antler toques from Tin Can Knits. Love Tin Can Knits. This was the yarn from Uncommon Threads, the sale yarn. What was it? Do you remember? The blend.
Oh, that one. Oh gosh, I don't remember.
I don't either. Anyways, it's anyways, that one. And then I made one for Erin, and it's in Malabrigo, the same as this one on the bottom, the same color. So, yeah, it has all those colors in it. That poisson or Poisson, however you say it,
Mm-hmm.
by Malabrigo. So anyways, those are those. And then the last thing, I finished my sister-in-law's birthday blanket. And that's the vintage vertical stripe pattern that I love with the Stylecraft Special DK yarn that I love.
Colors
So,
are great.
yeah, her couch is charcoal, and then she has yellow and gold accent pillows. And her actual, the outside of her house is like this aqua kind of robin's egg blue color. So anyways, I love it. So I don't know when I'll get to give it to her. She's up in Chico. But that was I had 3 birthday blankies to make this year. So that was number 3.
Yay!
Last year.
All right,
actually.
that's 3. Oh, it's my turn.
Your turn.
I've been on a crazy crochet kick. I think all my whips are crochet. Go figure. I'm the
Who are you?
I know, who am I? So here's my first one.
Oh,
This is my Toft doggy from the Ed's Animal Dogs book. And so I kind of mixed and matched a couple dogs to get my Elsa with the, I started with like little socks for her because she had white feet. And then it's the German Shepherd, but with the colors, instead of black or whatever, I put a white chest on her, and she has a white chin, and then 13 when she passed. So I have like little gray, black speckles around her nose. She had a black nose before, but not towards the end there, but and then her ears and her fluffy tail. So this is a normal size top, and I've made like 3. I made this dog. I made Emma the bunny and Georgina the hipporina. So that's Georgina the hippo with like a ballet skirt and ballet shoes. So been really, I don't know, just they're so easy to do and so much fun, and they're fast and easy. So, but I wanted a bigger one. So I used, for my next one, I know you've seen this one, I used this, is it reversed? I don't know. Anyways, it's the Sweet Snuggles from Michaels. It took like, I think, did I do 6? I think I bought 6, but I used 5.5, maybe 5.5, 4.5. I have this whole left and a little one, so maybe 4.5. But I made this guy.
Oh, I haven't seen it finished.
So big.
Oh my God, so cuddly.
So here's the ears, the feet.
Hold it all the way up.
Let me see.
Aww.
It's big.
That is adorable.
Cuddly. So, oh, and then because hats are great, right? Hats are, I made, what is this? What did I say it was?
Fallen Leaves?
Yes, Fallen Leaves. Did I like? Yeah, Fallen Leaves by Moogly. So it's a free pattern on Moogly, and it's got this cool chainless starting double crochet. So like when you start, in the center, and then you chain 3. So instead of chaining 3, you do this little loop around thingy, and you can't tell where my chain goes. You know how it's not there. I mean, it is there, and you can find it sort of maybe, but it looks pretty close to a regular double crochet. So I love learning that and doing that. So
that's so cool. That looks cute on you.
Thanks. It's a fun hat, and it's, even though it's lace, it still kind of keeps the heat in, right? But not like super warm, right? So you don't get all hot heady. So.
Well, fun.
Yeah. So I've been having with crochet, but I am knitting. So we'll get to that when I do my whips. So you can go with your whips now.
Okay. I only have two because I just finished a hat. So I have our Advent socks from December.
Yay!
So these are the picnic socks, picnic sock pattern. Hold on, by, oh, darn it. Picnic socks. I can't remember who it's by. And then this is the one where we took each, me, and Lola each took a skein
Right.
and we split it. And so those were the 30. So anyways, I'm gonna get back to those. But I've been concentrating on this sweater. So look, I've got the shoulder on the right side, and so I just need to do the right shoulder here. I already have the back finished. So this is the body. And then the sleeves are just in stockinette, so they're just round and round. So I don't even have to count or anything on the sleeves. So this is Kerrytown. Everything's on Ravelry. And that was some sale yarn I got for like, I don't know, $2 a ball or something. That sweater's gonna end up costing me $10. And it's wool. So yay. So that's all I have though. I mean, everything else, the deep whips, that's, I don't even want to think about. There's just bags and bags of them, but that's what I'm working.
Exactly. But I think, you know, we have time now. Well, I don't have, I have as much time as I used to have because I still work, because I can do that online or remotely. Anyways, let's see. So you have your Maraska. We started them at the same time. And here's mine. I finished the yoke.
Oh,
right.
Good job.
I'm still at the, you know, the increase. I think I got like another row of increases or something. I don't know where I am. It's gonna be hard getting back to this because I don't remember anything. But
yeah, it'll come back. It's pretty straightforward once you get to your sleeve. Did you separate for sleeves?
No, not yet. I mean, I have the little markers for where the increases are.
Oh, okay.
That's it. I mean, no, I haven't separated yet. I haven't started the body part yet.
Yeah. It's super easy. I mean, the weird thing to just remember is the back is a lot narrower because the front looks like an oversized sweater. Like the picture on the pattern, it looks like a big boxy sweater, but she made the back smaller so that it's not this giant voluminous thing. And so the front hangs really nicely and is oversized, but when you look at it from the back, it kind of just looks like a regular sweater.
Oh, okay.
It's not like this boxy thing that, you know how sometimes you can't wear like an oversized.
Can you like maybe turn a little bit? See?
No.
Oh, maybe not. Okay.
I can't because my thing is super close and I'm deep on the couch, so I can't get up.
Okay. So that's where I am on that. Where'd it go? I want to lose my stitches. I have my Craftvent.
Oh. Is that 2019?
This is 2019 Craftvent, so it's the latest one.
That's so pretty. And you did something different, right?
Right. So see how it's alternating thick, narrow on both sides? It's supposed to be all the wide parts on one side and all the narrow parts on the other side. But I didn't want that. It, you know, with the pictures, they hold it up like this. So it looks like, you know, you have the big part and it's going back. So it looks like it should be wide on both sides, but it's kind of like a, you know, an effect. And so it's really narrow on the at one end. And I wasn't sure I wanted that. And I kind of thought about, you know, what if I just flip the chart, you know, and work it, you know, the front is the back and the back is the front of the chart, whatever. And it's working out pretty well. I think I have It's 1, 2, 3. I think I have one more of on this side, and this one's the last one on this side. So that's going to be plenty wide, I think.
Oh yeah.
So you know, I've got, like you, I've got a ton of whips, but for some reason I decided to sign up for a test knit, like as if I didn't have.
Of course
you know,
did.
Yes, of course I did, but it was so pretty. So this is a test knit that I'm doing for UkeeKnits, and it's
Say it again, because
UkeeKnits, UKEE knits.
Okay.
And it's a 2-color brioche cowl. So, and the deadline is April 3rd. And this isn't even half the cowl. So it's how slow I am. But I've been having issues. I can't read directions. Her directions are great. And the test knit is going really well for other people. But, I cast on wrong, and then I left out some plain brioche rows in between the increases and decreases. It started puckering, and I thought, God, what's wrong with this? And I read the instructions, and I thought, oh God, it says repeat rows so and so one more time. I'm like, okay, that's what I need to do. So it's turning out, nice now, but I've got a long way to go before I even get to being done. So let's see. I think that's it. The Maraska, that's my 3 things. So those are the things that I'm want to get done first, and then I don't know, approach the whips from there. But those are my priorities right now. So.
Yeah. I have that. I can't remember the name of that sweater we're both making. Yours is purple, mine is green.
Recoleta.
Yes. So I am so far on that when this brown one's done, I'm going to finish it, because I have a whole sleeve done. I have most of the body done, and I'm almost done.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think I've got one sleeve done, or close to done, or maybe done. I don't know. And I want to do the other sleeve and then finish the body, but I'm not as far along on the body as you are. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot, but there's a lot of distraction too. So.
Right.
Weird. But we did get to go to Stitches.
Yes, we did. Yeah. Believe it or not.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Do you want to start with your shopping acquisitions?
Yeah. I just did. I mean, I went one day. I met you down there, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had no classes or anything. I just wanted to, and I wasn't even going to go shopping. But I was wearing my Lamina,
Yeah.
So this one, I think we showed it last time with all the colors in it.
Yes.
And so I saw this skein of yarn here.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah, so I figured if I made a hat, it had like all the colors, and it really, I don't know if you can tell on screen, but it really goes well with it. So it's Honey Girl Farms. The color is Pageant. And so I'm looking for a DK weight hat pattern for this. And so, and I don't know, maybe I'll crochet it, but I was also thinking I could take the Lamina lace pattern, and I still have some of the green that I used as the neutral between the stripes, that dark green. So I could do the Lamina lace pattern and as a hat.
Yeah. Ooh, that would be great. Oh, okay. So I see. Yeah.
So use the stripe, this part. Yeah. And then I could put the green in between. I don't know. That's too matchy maybe for me. But anyways, I don't know. We'll see. So I got this one. And then we saw Lorna from Zombie Yarns at her booth, and I got this. Can you see? Sparkly.
Ooh.
Oh my gosh, it's like gold metallic, and the color is flannel channel. That's like a grayish blue, beautiful color. But I got 3.
Woo.
I don't know what I'm gonna make. I just loved it so much, and I was gonna get 1, and then I was like, oh, but if I crochet a shawl, I should have 2, and then I thought, oh, but if I crochet a big shawl, I should have 3, and then if I knit a top, I could maybe do 3, and so I just bought 3 because I didn't know what I was gonna do, but I just loved it. That's what I got. That's all I got, actually. You shopped though.
I did shop, but I'm not going to show everything I bought. I got this nice bag. Isn't that cool?
So cute.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
I think I got this like, the next day.
Ah.
You weren't like there to say, don't buy that. Don't buy that. So I got La Bien-Aimée was at the Tolt booth. So, and La Bien-Aimée is a shop in Paris, right? So, shipping's, I don't know what shipping's like. I've never ordered online from her, but that's kind of far. So I got these. Woo! So pretty. It just, these are the her mohair silk, her kid silk haze, but not kid silk haze. And then these are her merino cashmere nylons, right?
Ooh.
They are, dusty rose to purple. And I am gonna make, I think I put that down here. I'm gonna make
Marcella?
Yeah, Marcella from Casapinka. It's a shawl. And I'm gonna carry these with some of the colors, but not all the colors. So
nice.
I'm gonna do that. Oh, I don't want to put it back in there. And then another thing I got, and I think I might have done this also on a day that you weren't with me. I don't know, what did I buy when you were with me? I bought that one kit from Honey Farms. Is that what it was?
Is that when I got this one?
Yeah. Yeah, I got her Advent kit, which was a lot of fun. But I also got this from Kira K. So it's knitted with, and I'm sorry it's backwards, but oh well.
It's straight for me, so. In
Eliza Funk. And then it came with this variegated and these little minis, little rainbow minis.
That is so fun.
I know. So, and it's a Tunisian crochet shawl.
Ooh.
I know. So you kind of, this is the main yarn, and then these are your you do these colors. So
how fun.
Yeah. So those, and then obviously the bag. So that's what I got. I did get one more thing. I mean, okay, I got more than one more thing, but I have one more thing to show.
People can look on your Instagram if they want to see all the stuff.
Oh, that's right. I do have it on my Instagram. Kind of like, do I have like individual pictures? Maybe. But I got one of those kits, right? The millennials.
Yes, those people were amazing.
Yeah, and it's a complete kit. So I got the social justice. There we go. Social justice terrier, and I'm going to unbox it here for you guys. It comes with everything you need. So you get like the stuffing. You get you got a hook, right? You get stitch markers and a little tapestry needle for sewing. The yarn. So this is the yarn, and this social justice terrier is a, activist. So there's yarn to make the dog a pussy hat, It comes with felt for the shirt, you know, in a little cutout pattern. And it even comes with a sign. See? So
That's great.
I know.
So great.
I mean, every little thing, you know, little popsicle stick so you can make a sign. The dog comes with its own iPhone. iPhone, right? And like, you know, the eyes, the safety eyes, and here's a rainbow sticker in there for the shirt. And then, you know, I was able to get a little button.
So cute.
And
They're
so it's all included. And she
was writing like backstories for all those animals on her Instagram, right?
Right.
Oh my gosh. I couldn't even, they were so cute. I wanted them all and I couldn't decide on any, and because I couldn't get them all, I didn't get any. But she had like a Doctor Who one. Everything was like a play on words, and a different animal with full props, just like this one with the sign and the shirt and everything. It was amazing.
It was.
So I hope that, yeah, anybody should go look at her Instagram and check out all the characters.
Right.
So clever, so clever.
Yeah. So we'll put links in the notes.
Yeah.
For everyone to look at. And you know, maybe even more, because you know we all have to do our part now. Let's see. So Stitches acquisitions. Okay. And speaking of, like, you know, shopping online. So, you know, in this kind of new reality that we have, a lot of our brick and mortar shops have to close temporarily, just to, you know, reduce, what is it, flatten the curve?
Yeah. So I was just going to say, in case people were in California, we're in San Jose. So Santa Clara County, San Jose is one of the hot spots for the COVID-19. And our governor and our local government are being very aggressive about trying to stop this from getting out of control. And so we've been in a shelter in place for a week, right? Has it been a week?
No, it hasn't been a week. It feels like a month, but it'll be a week on Tuesday.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay. So a week ago, so today is Sunday, and 9 days ago, my kids' school district closed the school district. It's the biggest one in Santa Clara County, and we actually wanted them to close it a week earlier than that. And so we had decided, my husband and I had decided on that Friday, they're not going back. And then that Friday afternoon, they said, okay, everything's closed. And so I'm not working because the restaurant group I work for, they've gone down, they've closed everything, and they're just takeout only is all they're allowed to do. So yeah, breaks my heart for everybody who works in retail or restaurants, because they are, you know, they don't have a salary, they don't have benefits, they don't have all kinds of stuff. So anyways, that's where we're at. So we've been, you know, shelter in place and not able to go anywhere, and the stores are empty and everything. So we were talking though about, you know, yarn, and I know Green Planet, well, it used to be Green Planet, it's Fillery now. They're closed, but they are, of course, online sales, or you can call, right, and pick up herb. Are they still doing that?
Yeah, there's somebody, I mean, I'm not sure about today, but Mondays they're closed, but I'm sure on Tuesday you could call, you could email and then set up an appointment to call, right? So, but they do have an online shop. So
yeah, definitely.
Make online orders.
Right. And then your shop,
where you Uncommon Threads.
They're doing free shipping, right?
Yeah, they're doing free shipping, and she's there, you know, packing up orders. She'll even take a phone call and walk through the store for you, you know, if you need something and, you know, you're not quite sure what you need, and she can give you pointers, and just be your personal shopper. You know, so I'm sure Andrea is also willing to do that. It's just weird.
It is weird.
You know, not being able to just go to a store and just buy something besides food.
Right.
So,
yeah. Yeah. It is weird. I know we're walking the dogs and we're like, we have never seen so many people walking in our neighborhood ever. Like usually we pass a couple people walking their dogs, but we must have passed like 20 different groups. Like you could tell they were families or a couple that they could be, you know, with each other. But yeah, there's a lot of people out, and we had to take Aaron's dad. He's in his 80s and he lives by himself over in Aptos. And so we got groceries for him and brought him over. And while we were over there, Aaron's best friend owns a place called Beer 30, and they're 30 taps, but they also have like, I don't know, 8 coolers or something, huge amounts of cans and bottles. And so what they're doing is you can order online and they'll do curbside pickup for their drinks and stuff. So we got some things from them to try and help support. But it's, you know, because what are you going to do? Sit at home and knit and crochet and drink?
Right. Right.
But I don't know. I don't know. I so far, I don't know. My friend works at Valley Med at the hospital. Susan works at the hospital, and she, you know, has told us some things that are very sobering. And so it's, you know, while I'm fine, I could stay in the house forever, plenty to do and plenty of hobbies to do. And it's still, maybe it just hasn't sunk in.
No, I think it has. It's weird. Even though, you know, there are occasional days when I work remotely anyways. And this is different from that, right? You know, it's one thing to be home when everybody else is at work, but it's another thing entirely for everybody to be remote, right?
Right.
It's just, you know, and then, you know, not setting up my little lunches with people, or, you know, running errands, or, you know, just little silly things, right?
Yeah.
It's just me, the bunnies, my husband, being his IT person. Right. Whatever. It's just,
I know Aaron's working from home, and so he's got his edit suite. He's going to move it into the garage, but it's on the dining room table right now. And he was showing me how to create masks and I don't know, Premiere or some other special effects video program. And since it's very like Illustrator, creating these vector graphic line things, I could totally pick it up pretty quick. So I masked out like a bunch of shots of video for him. And Elise is going to help him archive stuff, like homeworky type stuff. You know how you always have at work, you've got all these ongoing things. It's like, oh, if I had time to do all this housekeeping, I've got to archive these files, or I need to format this whatever drive and stuff like that. So he has a bunch of that kind of stuff that he can do from here. He might teach Elisa how to do it, so he can do his actual editing stuff, because he's still pretty busy. They have you know, all kinds of video projects that they need to get done. So I'm glad that he is at a privately owned company that is, you know, A, they're doing well financially, B, they have a compassionate owner, and they were pretty on board with right away. They were like, don't come here if you're sick, and we pretty much want everybody to work from home. And then the next day they were like, you know what, everybody just work from home. And so they're able to do that. And most of my friends are, if they're in tech or a regular company, they're working from home, of course. Right. But, you know, Susan has to go to the hospital, and she's in OT, and they aren't doing outpatient stuff right now, but she's also since she's hospital personnel, they could call her to do anything at any time. So she's kind of, you know, not sure what her day is going to be like every time she goes in. So it's pretty stressful. I can imagine. So I'm baking a lot of cookies.
I know, I bake banana bread. Yeah. So I think in a couple, let's see, in July, there's the Golden State Yarn Crawl is scheduled, and hopefully we'll be able to do that. But if you go to their website, and again, the link is there, go to the participating shops and, you know, do some online shopping if you can. Help out the little shops out there so that they can be there for the yarn crawl later.
Right.
You know, all the, you know, since Stitches West, there are a bunch of other festivals and conventions that were all canceled. So all those people who were slated to, you know, who paid for their booths and made all their inventory are home with all their inventory and out all the booth money.
Right.
So, you know, if you're planning on going to one of those conventions, you know, go through the vendor list, see what they have online. Most vendors are putting all their stuff online. You know, we need to come together as a community to make everything, as much as we can, keep going.
Yeah.
So, let's see.
I think we were gonna just touch on like what we're up to since we can't do our normal everyday and we're stuck in the house, some of us with children.
Right. Yeah. So you can go with that.
Okay. So my kids are home. There is no homeschooling. Our district has not put any required home education at all in place. Everything's optional. And they did last week, a couple days ago, put some educational resources online, but again, it's optional. They say that since they are the biggest district and there's so many students that they have to serve, their whole mentality comes from equity. Like, they treat every student has to have the same thing. And so they can't figure out how to address everyone's needs. So I'm going to start homeschool tomorrow. My kids are so thrilled. We're going to start doing some stuff though. We've just let them do screens like 16 hours a day. I don't even care. They're happy and doing that. So we can, you know, go out to the store, or like I said, take Aaron's dad some stuff. But yeah, so that's what we're doing. I'm baking a lot of baking. And then I've been walking the dogs and making jewelry. I started making jewelry and selling jewelry on Etsy. So I do sea glass. I don't know if you can see it. I don't think you can. Can you?
I can see it a little bit, yeah.
Okay. So I make sea glass jewelry and other jewelry. The name of my jewelry, and it's going to be yarn as well soon because I'm going to start dyeing yarn, is Steel Floozy. And I'm on Etsy right now. I'm not up to date. I'm going to do my own website. I think that's one of my projects for while we're at home, is to get my own website, because Etsy started doing some advertising program that I don't agree with. So I'm going to not use them anymore. So I've been reading Julia Child in Paris, her autobiography or biography, you know, and cooking. I made a huge pot of minestrone today. So lots of that kind of thing. That's it.
Okay. So I have adult children that are away from home. I have, my oldest is on her own, living in LA, which is also under shelter in place orders. They went I mean, I guess, because in the Bay Area, the 6 counties in our area went on Tuesday, and then the entire state went 2 days later. So, so she's down there, and she's like in the entertain. She's a dance teacher and a stage manager for conventions. So obviously the convention stopped, and then her studio, those classes also stopped just recently. So she's not, and she can't really do that remotely, right? So she is doing like some TikTok videos, and she might schedule some things where, her students or anybody really can just exercise with her, or do tap with her or whatever. So, she's, trying to make a go of it that way. And, it's crazy. My other daughter's in her last semester of school at a university. And, just like every other school nationwide, the first announcement went, oh, we're going to just do everything online. And, big universities and private universities can do that because, everybody's at, a certain level with, everybody has a computer, everyone has Wi-Fi, right? So they can just go ahead and do that. Unlike the private, middle schools and grade schools, that's hard. So so weird. We're like thinking, she was here during spring break when all that happened, and we were thinking, should we send her back? And she still had her books over there, even though they're going to go online. So she decided, that she preferred to be back there in Nashville. So we sent her back. And, like several days later, they had planned to do like put in-person classes back like somewhere in April, but they decided to just shut everything down and everything's online, and they moved graduation to August.
Oh my gosh.
I know. So, she's hanging in there. The city of Nashville just went under shelter in place. So she's kind of doing the same thing we are here.
Yeah.
So the thing is, with them far away, it's so hard for me, right?
Yeah, I was going to ask you, how are you doing?
I don't know what they're doing, and it's crazy. I'll talk to them on the phone, but I still feel anxious. And so my oldest daughter said, Mom, Lindsay and I do FaceTime every day or every other day. We can figure something out. We'll redo a video. I don't have an iPhone. I have an Android. So we did Messenger video, and I felt so much better just seeing their faces, right? Just, they're walking around doing laundry, or one daughter just got out of the shower, so her hair was all wet, but, it just felt so good just to see them talk to me instead of just listening on the phone. So we've also done WhatsApp videos. So that's been working out great. You and Lola, we did that recently. This is something, we used to get together and knit. And, we can't do that anymore. So doing the video chat was just great. We could show each other what we're working on, and, literally see what everybody is up to.
Right. And you helped me with that brim. I had to take that brim out of that hat backwards, and I had questions about it. And it was just so much easier just to show you, but to see your faces. And, I talked with Sharon and Susan yesterday we used Facebook Messenger because I hadn't updated my software for my phone yet. And, but now I know how to use, I'm conferencing. I can do it. I updated, so now I can do it. But, yeah, and I was baking cookies, and so we had that. We were going to have happy hour together, so we all got a drink and sat down. I was making cookies, and we were all just talking. It was so nice, though, because again, it's like you miss your friends' faces, you know, you can text all day long, but it was just nice to see their faces and be able to, you know, have expressions and that kind of stuff. So yeah,
Right.
I highly recommend, if you guys haven't group chatted, here's Andy.
Hi, Andy.
Hi. Hi, buddy. If you haven't group chatted or anything with your friends, do it for your family. You don't think that it's that big of a deal, but it really, really, really helped me anyways.
It is. It does. It does.
Yeah, you were talking about Kelsey doing stuff online for her students. I think I'm gonna I have some friends who are all wanted to learn to crochet or knit, so I might do YouTube Live or do something and teach them how to do it online, like over. I was thinking YouTube Live because then it would save it and they could go back and watch it again, and I could get their chat comments so I could answer questions. But if I do it on something like this, then they would be able to see. We'd be able to see each other do the work, but I guess I could upload it after. I don't know. I haven't worked it out yet, but I'm hoping to be able to do that for people, because then it gives me something to do and people can learn something new, and I don't know, just for fun. But that's an idea of something to keep me from cleaning my house.
Yeah, my kitchen is cleaner than it's ever been. It's still pretty messy, but it's all, you know, very clean. It's crazy. Yeah, so what are your tips for sheltering in place then?
Mine? Let's see. So I think my biggest one is to get up and get dressed. And so, because for me, I could stay in my pajamas all day long and then just go to bed. But from when I had my photography business and I worked on my own at home, one of the biggest things I learned was get up and get dressed like you're going to go to work, because it gives you a different mindset. And so even, you know, if don't have anywhere to go, like we don't have anywhere to go, but getting dressed seems to makes your day go, I don't know. I think you feel more productive or something maybe, but that's my one thing, is to get up and get dressed.
Yeah, so my one thing is keeping a schedule, right? I'm going to do like a mini review of planners, right? So right now I'm using this Clever Fox, right? Because, right, so I like it because it has a weekly spread that has, let's see, am I doing this?
Yeah.
A weekly spread, you know, so this is your appointments, you know, or journal, and then this is your lists and trackers, right?
Okay.
Full page for that. So I really like that. Last year I used the strict planner, right? There's a strict planner, and this is great for planning your projects and things.
Okay.
And their weekly spread look like, let me see if I can find a good, there's like no pages here that I didn't write on, which is a good thing, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, so, right, that's their weekly spread. And again, it's got like notes on this side and then appointments on this side. So if you're wondering why I went to this instead of this, the one thing that Strict Planner doesn't have is a monthly grid, right? Right. And I need this so I can see at a glance what my weekends look like, right? As opposed to, you know, they have a planning thing, but it looked like this.
Oh.
And it was hard to tell what day, I mean, even though it was a different color, I guess, it was hard to tell which days were the weekends and which days were the weekdays. And, you know, I got to keep that straight.
Yeah.
Another thing that I really, really liked about the strict planner was about, let's see, about this much of it, right, is all notes and lists, right? It's kind of blank. And you just fill it out, you know, they're like, you can make lists. They have different formats. They have a project section. So I really, really like that. And I'm switching back and forth here, sorry. The Clever Fox has, let's see, this much right here, this much of just bullet journal, plain bullet journal. So I can make my lists there. I have to, you know, build them myself, but I kind of like that, you know, being able to have that. There's, here's the form factor, right? So this is so small enough for me to take everywhere, right? Just like the strict planner. I did this year, earlier this year, I had the knitter's planner, right? And I thought it'd be great because, you know, they have the monthly grid, and they have the weekly bullet journal. So this is what it looks like, blank. And then I would make my weekly spread. See, I used this earlier this year. Let me see if I can get it. You know, here, right? So I have, you know, each box is a week, and then I would have my lists for that week. And I've played with different formats. So here's another format that I did, right? Still the same thing, habit trackers. But the thing that this didn't have was that end of just blank, right?
Right. It's flexibility for all the other stuff.
You know, but it's full of stuff, but it's ginormous, right?
Yeah.
So it's like super thick.
Yeah.
It wasn't working for me. So, you know, going from this to this, and then not having that whole, this section in the back wasn't working for me. So that's why I got the Clever Fox. So I think this is going to be my thing. But yeah, that's, you know, having a schedule, scheduling time to go outside, trackers, you know, that, you know, you showered. Like that. I mean, you know, especially when you're, you know, it doesn't matter, you're not going to go anywhere, you know, it's just the people in the house. But just, you know, whatever. If you want to get things done, you need to track them. How do you know when was the last time you worked on a certain project, or, you know, maybe, I think my daughter was telling me that people are doing meal planning, right? You know, meal planning, and, you know, so they can figure out, you know, basically do stuff with what they have, or they know what they need to get the next time they're out, right? So I think it's a good thing to have a planner or a plan
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. All right. So meal planning, speaking of, I was going to tell you how to make my pasta sauce.
Okay.
So this is a Marcella Hazan recipe, and she has great Italian cookbooks. So if anybody's wanting to bone up on their Italian cookbooks, then she's a great one to do. Hazan. So she's got a basic just tomato sauce, and it's a large can of tomatoes, diced, whatever. In a cold pot, you cut an onion in half, peeled, put that in, just 2 halves of the onion, a half a stick of butter, salt and pepper. Turn it on, let it cook, simmer for, I don't know, 45 minutes. turn it off, take the onions out, and there it is. It's done.
Wow, that's it.
And it's so good. It's very, very, very good. It's super simple, and I'll make it like I used to get the giant restaurant size number 10 cans from Costco of the tomatoes, and I would use that, and it would make enough to freeze a ton, and it freezes so well. So I'd make that, and I'd freeze it in, you know, like a dinner size Ziploc. And then if I wanted to make, oh, I think I want mushroom sauce, and, you know, or I want to make something with sausage in it, or I can use that as a base. And it's perfect to add other stuff to it if you want, but it's delicious by itself. So that's what it's so simple.
Just butter, salt, pepper, as
onion, and tomatoes.
Wow. Okay, so mine's a little more complicated, but it's in the Instant Pot.
Oh.
So it's the same size can or box of pommy, or, you know, whatever your favorite crushed tomato is, right? And then chicken, and whatever your favorite thing is. We use bone-in thighs with skin. And so basically you turn on your Instant Pot and set it to saute, and you drizzle olive oil in it. And I usually use chopped onions and garlic, so I get that started. And then I put in the meat and brown it a little bit. And then I put the sauce in. And then after that, I put chopped mushrooms just on top.
Oh, okay.
And I do use a little seasoning before I put the chicken in. Just Italian seasoning, and salt, pepper, you know, give it a stir, put your chicken in, put your mushrooms on top, and a cup of wine, red wine.
Okay.
Save some wine for yourself.
Yeah.
You know? And then I shut that. Red.
Do you use white wine? Red wine. Okay.
So I shut that and manual for 13 minutes, and quick release it when it's done. And then you take the chicken out, and you can just reduce the sauce a little bit, and that's it. I mean, wow. It works really well. It tastes so good. So there's a ton of recipes out there for that, but I love just doing it. So
that sounds really good. I have some chicken thighs in the freezer. Maybe
yeah, and I think, yeah, you can. There are recipes that are direct from freezer. So
oh,
yeah,
okay.
so it's just a little bit longer, but not much, really. With
okay.
The so
all right, cool. I'll look it up. Thanks.
That's it. We hopefully, you know, we'll be able to get together again together.
I know, together, but
in the meantime, I don't know, we'll, you know, maybe I can figure out why I'm so fuzzy.
We'll see if we make some progress on our projects. We can post another episode or something. So
yeah, so everybody hang in there. We're all in together.
Take care of yourselves. Take the time to do the stuff around the house that you haven't been able to do if you're not, you know, telecommuting 40 hours a week, if you actually have downtime. But yeah, just everybody do your part and stay home, right?
Yeah, let's flatten that curve.
Yes.
Get some projects done.
Yay. Say goodbye to Indy.
Bye, Indy. All right. Say goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.